Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. I'm Alex, and as always, I'm joined by Emily. How's it going, Emily?
Hi Alex. I'm doing well thanks, though I have to say life has been a bit of a whirlwind lately.
Tell me about it. It feels like we haven't properly caught up in ages. What have you been up to?
Well, I've been absolutely swamped with work, but on the bright side, I did finally start that pottery class I've been talking about.
Oh, that's awesome. You'll have to show me some of your creations. Speaking of catching up, we seriously need to make some social plans.
We really do. I was actually just thinking about that. Do you fancy grabbing a coffee or some lunch sometime soon?
I'd love to. How about we check out that new artisan bakery that just opened up on the high street?
Oh, I've been dying to try that place. My weekdays are pretty packed, but does Saturday morning work for you?
Saturday morning is perfect for me. Let's aim for around 10 o'clock. I'll pencil it in my diary.
Sounds like a plan. I'm really looking forward to it. It's so nice to finally lock down a date.
Definitely. And for our listeners, notice how we used phrases like swamped, fancy, and pencil it in. These are great for natural B2 conversations.
Exactly. They make your English sound so much more fluid. Now let's break down some of these useful transition phrases. Speaking of whirlwinds, I actually had a bit of a situation with my neighbor this week that really tested my diplomacy skills.
Oh really? What happened? Is it the guy who plays the electric guitar at midnight again?
Fortunately, no. It was actually about the shared recycling bins. Someone kept putting plastic bags in the compost bin, and we got a warning from the city.
Oh, that is so annoying. It's frustrating when people don't follow the rules, but it's hard to bring it up without sounding like you're policing everyone. How did you handle it?
Well, I ran into my neighbor downstairs, Sarah, and just said, "Hey Sarah, I don't mean to make a fuss, but did you see the city's note about the bins?"
Nice approach. Using "I don't mean to make a fuss" is a great way to soften the blow. It feels less like an accusation. How did she react?
She was actually super apologetic. She admitted her kids had been throwing them in there by mistake. She promised to talk to them, and we ended up having a really nice chat afterwards.
That's the best case scenario. I usually dread those kinds of conversations. I actually had to ask my next-door neighbor to turn down his TV last week, and I was so nervous.
It is scary. We always assume people will get angry. What exactly did you say to him?
I just knocked and said, "Hi, sorry to bother you, but I have a really early presentation tomorrow. Would you mind lowering the volume just a little bit?"
Oh, that's perfect. "Would you mind" is such a polite way to ask for a favor. It makes it easy for the other person to say yes without feeling defensive.
Exactly. He was very understanding and turned it down right away. I realized that polite confrontation isn't about starting a fight, it's just about clear communication.
Definitely. It's all about staying calm, focusing on how the situation affects you, and avoiding the blame game.
Wow, dealing with neighbors can really drain your energy. Actually, now that I look at you, you seem a bit tired today, Emily. Are you feeling okay?
To be honest, not really. I've been feeling quite run down since Monday, and I think I might be coming down with something.
Oh no, that's the worst. What are your symptoms? Is it just exhaustion, or do you have a cold?
A bit of both, I think. I've got this persistent dull headache and a really scratchy throat. I was hoping it was just seasonal allergies, but it's getting worse.
That sounds rough. Have you taken anything for it, or are you planning to see a doctor?
I took some painkillers earlier, which helped with the headache temporarily, but I decided to call my GP's office this morning to be safe.
Smart move. Was it easy to get an appointment? Usually, trying to book a slot is a nightmare.
Tell me about it. Fortunately, they had a cancellation, so they managed to squeeze me in for tomorrow afternoon.
That's a relief. There's nothing worse than sitting in a crowded waiting room when you're already feeling under the weather.
Absolutely. I just want the doctor to check my lungs and maybe prescribe something if it's an infection.
Well, until tomorrow, you need to take it easy. Make sure you drink plenty of fluids and get some proper rest tonight.
I definitely will. I've been drinking hot tea with lemon all day, and I'm planning to head straight to bed after we finish recording.
Good idea. Take care of yourself, Emily, and keep me posted on what the doctor says. You know, Emily, I wonder if your exhaustion has anything to do with screen time. I've noticed I feel so much more fatigued when I spend too much time staring at my phone in the evening.
Oh, definitely. To be honest, my digital habits have been pretty terrible lately. I've got this awful habit of doom scrolling on social media right before I fall asleep.
I am so guilty of that too. You tell yourself, just 5 more minutes, and suddenly it's past midnight. It really messes up your sleep cycle, doesn't it?
It really does. I actually tried setting a daily app limit on my phone to curb my usage, but I usually just hit ignore limit for today and keep scrolling. It's so hard to discipline myself.
I do the exact same thing. Those timers are just too easy to bypass. I read an article saying that the only way to establish real boundaries is to keep your phone in another room at night.
That sounds great in theory, but I use my phone as an alarm clock. I'd be terrified of oversleeping if it wasn't right next to my bed.
Well, you could always buy an old-fashioned alarm clock. It's a small investment for reclaiming your peace of mind and getting some proper rest.
That is a very good point. I really need to do something because my eyes are constantly strained, and my attention span is totally shot these days.
I feel you. I can barely get through a movie now without checking my notifications at least 3 times. It's like we've forgotten how to just focus on one thing.
Exactly. So, how about we make a pact? No screens for at least 30 minutes before going to sleep for the next week. Are you up for the challenge?
Oh, you're on. It's going to be tough, but I think it will make a massive difference. I'll have to dust off a physical book to read instead.
Perfect. Let's check in on next week's episode and see if it helped clear up this brain fog. I have high hopes.
Me too. I'm rooting for both of us. Let's see if we can actually disconnect for once. And you know what else is dangerous about that late-night scrolling? Online shopping. I can't tell you how many times I've ended up buying things I absolutely don't need at 1 in the morning.
Oh, tell me about it. That is my absolute weakness. Those targeted ads get me every time. And before I know it, I've made an impulse buy that completely ruins my budget for the month.
I used to be the exact same way, but I recently started using a budgeting app to track my expenses. It's been a real eye-opener to see where my money actually goes.
Really? I've been meaning to try one of those. I usually just check my bank balance at the end of the week and hope for the best, which probably isn't the smartest strategy.
It's actually super easy to use. You just set a limit for different categories, like groceries or entertainment. For me, I realized I was spending a ridiculous amount on takeout coffee and in used subscriptions.
Guilty as charged. I think I'm currently paying for 3 different streaming services that I barely even watch. Those small monthly payments really add up without you noticing.
Exactly, they are like tiny leaks in your bank account. Now, I try to use the 48-hour rule before buying anything non-essential. If I still want it after 2 days, I'll consider it.
That's a really sensible rule. It gives you time to cool off and realize you probably didn't need that random kitchen gadget or extra pair of shoes anyway.
Precisely. And it's so satisfying when you manage to save that money instead. I've been redirecting those savings into a rainy day fund, and it feels great to have that safety net.
I definitely need to build up my savings. I guess being smart with money doesn't mean you can't ever treat yourself. It's just about being more intentional with your spending.
Spot on. It's about prioritizing the things that actually bring value to your life, rather than just splashing out on temporary impulses.
Well, you've inspired me, Alex. I think my very first step tonight is going to be canceling that gym membership I haven't used since January.
Tracking expenses definitely takes some weight off your shoulders, but honestly, financial stress is only one piece of the puzzle lately. Work has been so intense, I feel like I'm constantly on the edge of burnout.
I completely agree, Alex. It's like we're expected to be on all the time now. Lately, I've been struggling to find that clear line between my professional life and my personal time. Do you find it hard to unplug after work?
Oh, absolutely. Since I often work from home, the boundaries are completely blurred. I'll find myself checking emails at 8 p.m., which is just a recipe for disaster. My mind never actually gets a chance to wind down.
Yes, that always available mentality is so exhausting. I read recently that burnout isn't just about working long hours. It's also about not having proper recovery time. What do you do to actually relax?
Well, I've had to make some conscious changes. Now, as soon as my working hours are over, I shut down my laptop and put it in a drawer. Out of sight, out of mind. Then, I try to go for a quick 20-minute walk outside just to clear my head.
That's a really good habit. I seriously need to try the drawer trick. For me, I've started doing a bit of yoga or deep breathing exercises in the evening. Even just 10 minutes of stretching helps release all that tension I carry in my shoulders.
Oh, yoga is great. I really need to stretch more. I usually just crash on the couch, which probably isn't the best way to physically recover. Do you feel like the breathing exercises actually help you mentally disconnect?
Surprisingly, yes. It forces me to focus on the present moment instead of worrying about tomorrow's to-do list. But it's a daily practice, you know? Some days are definitely harder than others to quiet the mind.
Definitely. It's a work in progress for all of us. I think the key is just finding those small pockets of peace throughout the day rather than waiting for a weekend getaway to finally relax.
Exactly. Daily maintenance is so much better than waiting until you're completely overwhelmed. We really need to prioritize our well-being because at the end of the day, no job is worth sacrificing your mental health.
Well said, Emily. It's all about finding that healthy balance. Speaking of which, maybe we both need to schedule some mandatory screen-free relaxation tonight.
Haha, deal. Let's hold each other accountable to that. No laptops, no work talk, and definitely no late-night scrolling.
Well, Emily, looking back at our chat today, we've actually covered a lot of ground, and used some great everyday English expressions along the way.
We really did. From talking about my whirlwind of a week to feeling a bit run down, and worried I was coming down with a cold.
Yes. Run down is such a perfect B2 phrase to describe feeling exhausted. And then we moved on to our digital habits, like doom scrolling before bed, which we agreed is a recipe for disaster for our sleep.
Oh, totally. And let's not forget our financial chat. We talked about resisting those tempting impulse buys, and how tracking your expenses can be a real eye-opener.
Absolutely. An eye-opener is such a great expression for when you suddenly realize the truth about a situation, like where all your cash is actually going.
And finally, we touched on work-life balance, talking about how hard it is to unplug and wind down after a stressful day.
Right, because if you don't set those boundaries, you might find yourself on the edge of burnout. These are all incredibly common, natural phrases that native speakers use daily.
Exactly. It's all about learning these colloquial phrases to make your English sound much more natural and fluent.
Definitely. So, for our listeners, we highly recommend trying to use at least 2 or 3 of these expressions in your own conversations this week.
Yes, challenge yourselves. Maybe start by telling a friend about a whirlwind day you had, or how you like to wind down in the evening.
I love that. Well, Emily, speaking of winding down, I think it's time for us to wrap things up so you can go get some rest and shake off that cold.
Good idea. I'm going to go make some hot tea and completely unplug for the evening. Thanks, Alex, and thanks to everyone for tuning in.
Take care, Emily, and goodbye, everyone. We'll catch you in the next episode.